Welcome home, Dad. Look familiar.
Okay. Let's dance.
How sweet. Fresh meat.
Alice, wake up and get out! Alice, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. I pulled you in.
Alice, come to Daddy.
Leave her alone, you son of a...
Now, no one sleeps.
No!
So, to my children.
You need my power!
Freddy is the ultimate nightmare.
Freddy's way sociable. He's a party animal.
Freddy rocks.
Like Freddy's like addicting, and you know it gets better and better each one.
Scariest movie I've ever seen in a long time. I don't think I'll sleep tonight.
Elm Street, USA. Nice homes, nice cars, and nice kids. Only problem is, these nice kids are terrified by not-so-nice dreams.
How sweet. Fresh meat.
Alice, wake up and get out! Alice, I'm so sorry.
New Line Cinema once again wakes up the movie-going public with Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, the fourth installment of its successful series of films. We'll take you behind the scenes of this new nightmare film and let you meet the man responsible for the cause of chronic insomnia in teenagers, not only on Elm Street, but around the world. Freddy Krueger.
Why don't you, reach up and touch someone?
Even before Freddy Krueger began terrifying audiences, the creators and crew of the first Nightmare on Elm Street film were well aware that this menacing character might be around for more than just one picture. Rachel Talalay, the producer of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, has been associated with the Nightmare films from the beginning.
Well, first of all, Nightmare 1 was just inherently terrifying. And I knew it was a great film when I read the script and I couldn't sleep that night. I knew it was a good film when it was scary on set when you're filming it, which is almost impossible because there are a million lights and you know what they're doing and you're looking at pieces of rubber and it's still scary. And when I saw the first cut of it, it was really scary. And when you've been there every day shooting it, you know how they did everything, and it was still scary. And it still scares me today.
The man responsible for creating the character of Freddy Krueger, in addition to writing and directing the first Nightmare on Elm Street film, was Wes Craven. Craven, known for directing the cult horror classics The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, believed that creating Freddy Krueger, a man who didn't care about himself, let alone his victims, would be worth a scream or two, either awake or asleep.
With Freddy, it was that you can't get around him. He can stretch out his arms forever, and there were things that he did that were quite disgusting, but it was to show that he had no concern about his own well-being. The moment when he slices himself open.
Watch this.
When you suddenly realize the person that's after you doesn't even care about their own body, that's a horrifying thing because you can't harm them.
Actor Robert Englund, who has played Freddy Krueger in all 4 Nightmare films, remembers being a bit apprehensive when he first met with director Craven.
If food don't kill you, the service will.
I don't know what I expected, I guess, to see Charlie Manson sitting behind a desk carving human hearts or something, and here was this erudite, attractive gentleman, you know, and when he told me sort of his dream of how this movie should be and the mix of fantasy and horror and surrealism that he wanted to imbue in the film, I was just really taken with the man as a sort of dark artist.
The chemistry between Robert Englund and Wes Craven was apparent when the first Nightmare on Elm Street hit the screens in 1984 and became a box office smash that brought fear into moviegoers around the world. But who is Freddy Krueger? And why is he wreaking havoc on the Elm Street teenagers?
I want to know who Fred Krueger was. He was a filthy child murderer who killed at least 20 kids in the neighborhood. Kids we all knew. Did they put him away? Well, the lawyers got fat and the judge got famous, but somebody forgot to sign the search warrant in the right place, and Krueger was free just like that.
What did you do, Mother?
A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. We found him in an old abandoned boiler room where he used to take his kids.
Go on.
We took gasoline. We poured it all around the place and made a trail of it out the door. Then lit the whole thing up and watched it burn. But he can't get you now. He's dead, honey, because Mommy killed him.
But surprise, thanks to box office receipts totaling over $23 million, Krueger returned in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This time, Freddy looked for some help in carrying out his onslaught of murders. His choice? Jesse Walsh, played by Mark Patton.
We got special work to do here, you and me. You've got the body. I've got the brain.
And while Freddy's plans went astray in Part 2, it didn't stop him from trying again in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. Part 3 also marked the return of Heather Langenkamp, who played Nancy Thompson, one of the few survivors from Part 1, who understands firsthand the reason for the kids' sleepless nights.
I know who's trying to kill you.
Don't humor us. We're not in the mood.
He wears a dirty brown hat. He's horribly burned. He has razors on his right hand. Who is he? His name is Freddy Krueger.
Why is he after us?
Yeah, and what did we do? You are the last of the Elm Street children.
The Elm Street Kid's success in killing Freddy in Part 3 proved to be short-lived, because sometimes it's hard to keep a dead man down. And Robert Englund resurfaces once again as Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead.